Today I'm going to make some beautiful flowers using an incredibly easy palette knife technique. It only takes a moment to get the hang of it. So stick around until the end to see how the finished piece turned out. I hope you're good and you are ready for our next episode. I picked some very cheerful colors. I also have a little bit of pearl pink. Just use a brush and quickly apply colors. Little bit of water on my, this is actually blusher, but I do like it for the background. When you mix pink and yellow, you're getting a little bit of a peach color. See what happens when a little bit of blue meets a little bit of yellow. So that this is like a little bit of a green. Maybe I'm going to try this one as well. But I do want the background very light. That was the plan. That's interesting. I take off a little bit using my wet wipe. Just look how nicely we can cover the background, not using straight strokes of the brush. I've realized I've got something that I never used. I bought them over a year ago, probably. Just going to see. It's not enough paint. I might not. Oh, I've got like a sun. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I've been away for around 5 weeks and now I'm back in my studio. I'm so happy. I've got my equipment and I've got my paints. I don't have my studio here. That's all I have here. I did plant some longer flowers and I've seen some really nice white lupin flowers. I think they will look awesome here. I do want to add some colors to the background because I want my blossoms to be mainly purple, pinkish perhaps, pale green, burnt sienna, titanium white and Mars black. I don't mind it, but way too dark in places. And of course it won't be seen everywhere. A little bit here, a little bit there. Something similar here. Now the purples, what is that going to look like? Sort of mixing a little bit of that purple into the greens. Layers of colors will always give you some interesting effects. I wanted to, in a way, to resemble watercolors. Not the easiest thing to do with acrylics. Now we can imagine that there's a field of lupin somewhere in the distance, hopefully. I'll show you some pictures that inspired me, so that this type of background, but these are too bright. I want something much more subtle, or something like that. There's a very cute bee, but I made it much lighter. This one is gorgeous. This is my favorite, with the purples and the pinks. So I showed you my reference photos. I saw those flowers in real life, but when I was doing the research online, I came across this artist. I have to show you her. Her name is Sarah McDonald Art. I saw her paintings on Instagram. Just look at that. They are so awesome, and obviously we've got the blurred background like in the photos, and we've got the lupin fields. Check her work. They're beautiful, and those bumblebees are amazing, exactly like on the picture. My understanding is that she paints the background with watercolors or perhaps with air gun. However, I was trying to blend mine like this, but now I do want to use palette knife to create my little garden as well. I'm trying to create this green of the stem. So this is the same green I used for the background with a little bit of Naples yellow here. No yellow, a bit of Naples yellow, a bit of white. We've got 3 different shades from the same color. I want them thick, like this. Okay, now let me mix some lighter and darker purple. Checking with all the photos, the ones on the top are the lightest. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty thick. Again, don't try to make it perfect. No. Yeah, like this. And of course there will be some going this way. I think they should be a bit longer, like this. As you can see, I am using quite a lot on my palette knife. It's going to be cute. Yes. Try to be faster and more spontaneous. Getting bigger, thicker, that's fine. I'll need to mix some more in a minute, I can see that. I'm going to swap for a thicker palette knife because I definitely need them bigger and thicker. Yeah. All right, we need to mix some more, but maybe a bit darker. Whoopsie daisy. Now I will be adding a darker tone to some of them. Not the very top ones. They do have those like two parts. The first ones they don't, just like a little half circle, and then they got those intricate open sections. Reminding myself, no, don't be too perfect, because it will not look good if it's too perfect. See that there are kind of two parts to each petal. Try another one on the other side, and I'm going to repeat it on all these. I'm adding even darker underneath, so I really like those colors. Enhancing the purple, and yes, there will be some green as well. I wonder if to factor it in now or later. This one I'm mixing velvet purple with white, and again a lot of white here. This is a much warmer purple. Okay, I'm liking the color. I'm much quicker than with the first one, of course. This is my first Lupin in my whole life. For the sake of your entertainment and my entertainment, of course, I am doing it here first time. Very small amount of really dark violet purple. I like stuff off canvas, don't I? I'm going to repeat this color. I think it goes beautifully with the background, this one. I kind of don't want to make any more. However, I want something here, but very faint, like super faint. I'm even thinking of adding green to it. Lots and lots of white. Maybe less thick. It's going to be something in between the faraway ones and ones closer to us. I would like to add a couple of leaves, and I'm looking at them. They've got those fingers, some of them 7, some of them 12. So I went outside to the field and I was trying to find something similar. Well, unfortunately not identical, but let's see if any of them will be suitable at all. This was from the chestnut, the conker tree. These are interesting. But there's one problem, they are so stiff and smooth. That will be really good. I also have these. What if I trim some of them? Look what I'm doing, because lupin leaves are not serrated at the edges. At least I don't see that in the pictures. So if I cut it off, this might be the best solution, because this leaf is quite soft. This is my paint from yesterday. I added a little bit of white. Let's try and make a couple of lighter leaves. I'm coating the leaves underneath because I do like those patterns. So let's just do it somewhere here. Doesn't look good. It's going to be wiped off. Oh, it looks lovely. Look. Very nice and gentle. Really like it. I might add a bit more in the background. What's missing? I need a little bit of green, quite light green, on the top of my flowers. As you can see, really small. They're more seen towards the top, because the bottom ones will have darker ones and less of them. I'm adding a couple of stems where they are visible. There are so many beautiful photos with bees flying around lupin. Cute chunky bumblebees, and I really want to add some. The artist I mentioned, Sarah McDonald, she also includes bees everywhere, but what can I do? I really want the bumblebee. There's a tricky line here when you are creating an artwork based on a similar theme. I'm looking at the bee. Okay, so we need a bit of yellow. Now we've got some white. Chunk of black. I've done a huge bee, by the way. If you haven't seen my 3D bee, please have a look at this tutorial. I really like this one. The last thing I'll need is some legs and maybe little antlers, and of course some wings. One hair to do this. Oh, they're really small. Okay, something like that. Well, I'm a bit worried that I used white with a tiny bit of black to make it slightly grey. I'm happy with the first pair. Now let's try and repeat it here. Oh, that's better. Can't forget about my signature and painting the radiator. I know it would be easier doing it with a Posca pen, but it's not the same effect. Well, there we are. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider leaving a comment below the video or dropping a like. If you would like to see more of my content, I make extended versions of my videos over on Patreon. This original piece is available on my website if you would like to own it and help directly support the channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you all next Saturday. Bye bye!